Welcome Ji. Today I am going to discuss one of Java principal uh, switch statement and switch expression. From Java 12 onward, switch statement was modified and switch expression, you can say switch statement was enhanced and new version of the switch statement are provided by the Java, and after Java 12 as a preview feature, and after Java 13 they have some more modifications. So today I am going to discuss about how we are going to use uh, switch statement and how we are going to use switch expression. The first we think what is the statement? Okay, what is statement versus expression? Why Java come with a uh, change the statement to expression in the case of switch? First thing, statement does not return any value. Expression can return value. So whenever we are writing any uh, code that does not return anything, that means that is look like a statement. But in the case of expressions, we are evaluate something, we are do some processing and return some value. So that is the major differences between statement versus expression. Statement just perform set of activities, and if you want ask the result, they doesn't return any value. They might be, if you want to some return value, you declare some global variables, and statement do set of processing and going to update mutate this state, and from as a actor, if you want to some return value from here, invoke the statement, they are doing some statement and modify this global state, and you can read value from here. So this is the one of the, I think this is the one of the challenges nowadays. Statement can, in generally, if needed some value, they can update and modify and mutate the any existing object or variable. But in the case of expressions, you can expression evaluate some set of line and return value to you. Okay, so let's look in some example and how we are writing a switch statement in the previous way, and now, and how write in a statement and how write in a expression. Okay, so let's take an example. Let's just, we need uh, uh, just print the letter of character, print the number of letter, print the number of letters of a day of the week. Okay, let's give Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday. Each day have a number of letters. Monday I have a 6 letter, Tuesday, Thursday 4. So how, first we, first I'm going to write one method which is calculating the number of letter in switch by switch statement. A same, again I'm writing another method that return the number of letter as a switch expression, and then we have to check differences, what are the way syntax and semantic how to write. So first let's we declare one enum days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. That's- First, we have declared the year. In generally, whenever we have a set of fixed value, as a general guidelines of the programmer is that we can use enum where as a feasible. So here, we have a on a week 7 days. 7 days are a fixed, look like a constant. They never change. Okay, so we have in general whenever you are writing a code and you found here I can use enum instead of individual constant. Enum have an additional benefit. By default they are a thread safe, they are immutables, multiple features they have. So we can discuss in later somewhere what are the enum feature, but here in our example we have to just count the letter. Here Monday 36 character, here 7 character, 4 6 character, 4 6 character. Here we have to count the letters. Okay, so in general, first I am writing one method that returns count by switch state statement. Okay, and they take a day. So here, as already informed, is switch. If I write as switch day, and you have to write somewhere. The switch does not return any value. First, we have to declare one variables which can be updated by this switch statement. We have to declare num letters initially 0. Okay, and whenever we have a case Monday, case Friday, Friday, Monday, and case. And all these 3 days, you can Monday and Friday and Saturday have a six number of letters. So just I update our variable equal to 6. And one things we have noticed whenever we are writing the switch statement, and if let's be writing here again case Tuesday, Tuesday I have a 7 days, so num better equal to 7, and similarly case Wednesday here is the 3 3 4 6 9, then num equal to 9, and one is the case Thursday, and sorry, case Saturday. These have a num equal to you have a 8. So that is the basic, and then default case. Whenever we're not meeting, throw new the invalidate. This was the uh, old way switch statement. This is the switch statement. They does not return. They does not return any value. But here we have to think whenever I want to execute case one, case two, case three, they are executed by all. But I want to from here should be break. So we have to here break. We have to here break so that in next statement cannot be executed. Okay. Now this method is our completed. Let's see we test it's working or not. Just we have a right shout and you I statement day. Let's see check Monday. They return if they return okay. So here we are missed to return this value. Okay, sorry, we have to return. Okay. Let's now we calculate. If it was Wednesday, they return the. So this is the one way to writing switch statement, and here is the problem I already explained. If they does not return a switch statement, does not return any value. If you want to return some value, you have to use some any variables like here. Here I have taken you one variable, and here is modification happen. Here modification happen. Here modification happen. Okay. So we can now use the different way to writing the same uh, method by switch expression. They- they- Here you say ki switch you know switch statement can return value. Okay, they can return value. So we directly here return means ki switch can return value. But here specify ki all the at least some default case we have to specify here. So let's I am case Monday. We have a here is a three Monday, Friday, and Sunday by 6 liter. So here we can write similar with the comma value. Monday, Friday, Sunday, and, Java from Java 12 onward, they provide option to here case with a colon. Now here case with a arrow. And what you want to return here 6. Now this is similarly case want to return 7. Case uh, here we have a Thursday and Saturday the day. Okay, here 3, 3, 6 and 7 and 8. Then case Wednesday return 9. Default similarly throw H R W throw new in legal state exception in valid day. Similarly, So here is the complete. You can say now in this case switch statement, switch expression return value. Which value? Which case is evaluated? If Monday, on Friday, and Sunday evaluate, then they return 6. This is the case with arrow. Okay, case with arrow case. Here you don't need to write break. Here break doesn't require. They once case with arrow evaluated, and after that no any case will go into evaluation. So you don't need to write any break statement. You don't write to any return value. They automatically return this value. They automatically return this value. They automatically return this value. Just check it out. Day start. Let's check Wednesday. Oh, we have to invoke function by switch expressions. Now let's run. So finally, they works with the same. So let's here think what the differences you look like. First things code, here code is so concise. Code is concise. Okay, here you are written multiple cases, and one new things here arrow. Whenever you are writing arrow, you don't need a break. You don't, this value automatic returns. Okay. Similarly, in previously, you have to write the multiple case and then you have to write a return as well as. Let's say sometime I want to write here multi-line code. Then here you have to write a curly brace. Let's here write some hello messages here. Monday the three number of day is equal 6. So I want to some messages here. So here what I can write here, we have to write curly braces, and then here you can write multiple statement which you want. The first things, let's keep us out uh, uh, the same for 3 days. Same number, same for 3 days. Okay. 3 days. But how I want to return this value? For those returning, you have Java from Java 30 onward. I think they have returned one statement ill, and now it'll take one parameter which you want to return. Let's see here. I'm passing Monday, and then you check. Now it's the same and return the value. So one thing here we have noticed that this switch statement are now switch expression are now able to return value to the invoked method. What value they are returning? This value, or this value, or this value, or this value, or this value. If you want to write multi-line, then you have to use parenthesis start and close. For returning those values, you have to use tilde statement. This take one argument and returning those values. So from a switch expression, you can write code in a concise way, new way, and as well as uh, you have enforce immutability. You are forcing immutability. Okay, this does not mutate any state. Does not mutate any state. But in this case, old statement we mutate have to mutate value. Here mutation is must if you want to return value. Here we have an option. I want to return value or not. If you want to return, I can return the value. There is no mutation. That is means they support immutability. And nowadays Java moving toward immutability. That means if you are writing any method, I if you look this method is a pure method. Means this take an input and returns value. If this method is invoked in multi-threaded environment, always return the same result for the same number of input. But some why this happen? Because this method does not mutate any global variable, any other state. So when you are writing any method that are pure, means they are not mutating any other state, any other global variable, that method is a good candidate for your multi-threaded environment, for your functional programming approach, for your if you are going using a stream API. For those cases, this method is suitable. And whenever this method is run in a parallel thread, multiple threads, your result should be consistent. So we are as a developer, we have to think whenever we are writing any code, any method, think this method can be written as a pure method. I can write method without modify any global variable, any states of the other object. If we can write, sure we are by ourselves uh, uh, to enforce ourselves we are writing those methods. As possible you have to avoid to mutate any global state, any object state, until that is really not needed. If you can write any method that is pure, it's very beneficial for the Java as a JVM perspective, as a multi-threaded environment perspective. So we have to train our mind that whenever we are writing any method, that method must follow the principle of immutability. Our method should be immutable. They does not Our method does not modify even as a input way. Okay, does not modify even as a input. You write method, and you also try to show in your method you does not modify any global object state. You return value on the basis of your input, on your basic logics, what statement you have written. You have to return only those. So uh, my here take is that whenever we are writing any method, first thing try to write a method as a very concise, very small. If your method is so small, so concise, for only one purpose, that can easily become a pure function, because you are writing very little purpose method. So don't write any method is a larger to larger line. Avoid to break those method. And if your method is small, then you can apply the principle of pure function. You can easily achieve pure function. Whenever you write a pure function, immutable code, your code is suitable for multi-threaded environment. Nowadays, all our servers, our systems are capable. They have a you can say the multiple score available. Your code can run on the multiple score. So your program should like that. Whenever my program is written as a pure function, so that whenever chance JVM can run my code in the multi-threaded environments. Whenever we need a chance to convert my code in a multi-threaded environment, we can easily convert if my method is pure. Pure method means they does not mutate your input variable, they does not mutate your global state, or you can say any file system or database system, anything. As possible as avoid to mutation. And so Java as a functional programming concept, they are enforcing, uh, you can say they are just making guidelines that you have to write immutable code as possible. Thanks. Hope it is useful for you. If you have any query, a doubt, a concern here, you can just write your question in comment. I'll reply. Thank you.